Welcome to Northwest Tonight. I'm Yunus, Mulla. The leader of Oldham Council has told the BBC how a man threatened to kill her at a petrol station. Speaking on Politics Northwest, Aruj Shah said the case won't come to court until the end of next year because of a backlog in the justice system.
He's walking around free. I know how that makes me feel. I'm somebody who's in public life, and actually I feel threat all the time, and I think something has to change. It's not fit for purpose. In GM, we know that an average of people are waiting 696 days, which is two weeks more than the national average, and I think something needs to be done.
The government says it's modernising criminal courts by combining reforms and record investment to tackle inefficiencies across the system so victims get quicker justice. You can catch the full interview with Aruj Shah on Politics Northwest, available on the BBC iPlayer. A man has been arrested after a woman was found with stab wounds at a house in Accrington. Police say the woman, who is in her 30s, is in a critical condition in hospital after she was discovered at a property on Warwick Street in the church area of the town. A 39-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and remains in custody. A mother on the Isle of Man expecting her second child wants Manx law to change because the global firm she works for won't provide maternity pay. Instead, she'll depend entirely on government maternity allowance. Alex Blake has this report.
Being a new parent can be tough, but on the Isle of Man, motherhood can come without the safety net of maternity pay from your employer. Jane, I'm not using her real name, works for a global company which offers maternity pay in other jurisdictions, but not the Isle of Man, because it doesn't have to.
I was just really disappointed because I realised that my employer and many other employers on the island do not value women in the workplace, because if they did, they would want to invest in their futures. You have to choose between a career and children in some situations.
There are some big companies who are choosing to opt out of it, who will provide that in various other jurisdictions in which they operate. And that doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right, does it? I feel like if we haven't got that on our statute books, they're not going to do that.
The island offers women an allowance worth up to 90% of their average earnings, offering a maximum of £250 a week for up to 39 weeks. It's higher than in the UK, which offers 90% of earnings for the first 6 weeks and then £187 thereafter. Without employer support, some parents like Jane are left worse off. The Treasury says there are no plans for change and the system works for the island. Alex Blake, BBC Northwest Tonight.
Hundreds of former commercial hens have new homes in the Northwest today. The British Hen Welfare Trust picked them up from Nottingham this morning, as Isabel Fry reports.
Over 500 ex-commercial chickens have arrived here in Preston today to find their new homes. Now, Simon Dagger was the one driving them all up here. Tell me a little bit about the conditions that these chickens have come from.
They're basically in a big barn. I think there was about 1,200 altogether in the one barn, and we took them all today. These hens have never been outside, so they'll get rehomed today and hopefully go to some nice homes where they can free range in people's gardens. So we try and take as many as we can, basically.
And what is the rehoming process like? How do you find people to take them?
Most of it's done online. The British Hen Welfare Trust is quite a large UK charity. They have about 50 sites around the UK. People just log into the website. They can see when the rehomings are being done, reserve hens, and then they get all the information so we can pick them up.
These hens are now experiencing their first time outside and will be going to meet their new families. Isabel Fry, BBC Northwest Tonight, Preston.
Sport now, and in the Premier League at Old Trafford and the later kick-off at Anfield, Dominic Szoboszlai scored another stunning free kick as Liverpool lead Spurs 1-0 there. Mo Salah is on the bench. In the Women's League Cup final, Chelsea defeated Manchester United to claim their 4th trophy in that competition. Let's have a look at the weather. Here's Kaye.
Good evening. Well, we had quite a few showers around today. We're going to continue with that theme for the next 24 hours or so. But later on this week, we're turning drier, brighter and a good deal warmer as well. Now, for the time being, still some showers rattling through on the breeze this evening and overnight. There'll be drier spells for a time later on tonight. And under the clearer skies, the temperatures will fall down to close to freezing, so down to 2 or 3 degrees in some sheltered spots. So tomorrow morning, a little bit chilly first thing. Still a couple of showers around early on, but they will clear. Something drier and brighter for the middle part of the day, but then the cloud increases and we'll see more rain piling in into the afternoon. Temperatures once again up to around 10 or 11 degrees. But as I say, we're settling down later on this week. Lots of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday, highs of 16 Celsius.
That's it for now. We're back with the late news just after 10:25. Until then, have a good evening. Bye.